Hey guys, and welcome to the Tinkerbox, and today I have for you a one-wide sorting mechanism. That is what this is. It is a one-wide sorting mechanism, and I think it is darn flippin' beautiful. Just look at it. So basically the way it works is, before I show you how to build it, I'll just kind of explain the concepts behind it. There is an item hopper, which is set up with 18 items, 3 items, and then one of the item that you want to sort. That is hooked up to a comparator, and then 2 pieces of redstone. And the way this works is if you get 1 extra of these iron ingots or whatever you're sorting, the second piece of redstone will light up. Turn off this torch, which retracts this piston and redstone block, which turns on this clock, which has this dropper start activating, and the dropper will start putting items in this chest, and every time a dropper puts one of the items in the chest, it will pull one out of the hopper, and eventually the hopper will get back down to just one of whatever item you're trying to sort. This piston will retract, and this clock will turn off. So it's pretty simple, and it uses a lot of the new things that have been added to the game to make it super simple and super easy. Okay, so you can see I've done some basic setup. I have a chest, a dropper, and then an item hopper. So let's just get things set up down the line. The first thing you have to do is you have to fill this chest with one of every item. So there you go. Every slot has one of the item. Next, you have to put a minimum of 1 stack of that item in the dropper, and then you just fill all the extra slots with a random item that can't be put into this chest. Now, alternatively, you could fill each one of, if you're doing something like cobble where you have a ton of it, you could just fill, instead of pressure plates, you can have each one of these be a stack of cobble, which will make the whole sorting system go faster, but it does make it more expensive. So I just like to do it this way for things like iron, where, in the end, it's going to be a lot cheaper to do. You definitely probably wouldn't use something like this for diamond unless you just had a stack and a half or so extra. Okay, so the next thing you need to do to get the item hopper set up is you need to put, oh, that's right. Okay. So, the extra item in the dropper and the extra item in the hopper can't be the same. So I used stone pressure plates, and the dropper is my extra item. So in the hopper, I'll use wooden pressure plates. And so you need 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then one of the item you were wanting to sort. Now behind this, you need a comparator. And that comparator will just go out 1 block right now, but you'll see as soon as I add 1 extra piece of iron, it then goes out 2 blocks instead. So that's the whole principle the system works on. Then you're going to need a torch to invert the signal, a piston, and a redstone block. There you go. Okay, then underneath this dropper, we're going to start building the clock. So first, okay, we're going to put a torch. And, okay, yep, it's still at 64. And then next we're just going to build this little vertical clock you see over there. It's pretty simple. So you put this down, set it to the second tick, have it go into a block that has a torch on it, and then you feed some redstone along it, and your clock is going. And then you have, you have this run over, oh my goodness, there we go. You have this run over to the redstone block, and you connect it up so that way when that redstone block is extended, the clock won't activate. And then finally you just put a piece of redstone up here, and that will start spinning this around. So that's basically it. That is how you build the sorting unit. And if you just throw some iron in there, you can see it will start getting sorted. Now, the reason I said filling this up with all stacks of iron would go faster is because you'll see that it doesn't always send a piece of iron to the chest. Sometimes it will try to send a pressure plate into the chest. And of course, when it tries to send a pressure plate, it's not going to be able to send it because the chest has no inventory slots for pressure plates. So if you're building a sorting system and you can afford to have every single one of these dropper slots filled with the item you're trying to sort instead of an extra item, the system in general will go a lot faster. But of course, if you're doing something like iron where you don't want to be wasting a bunch of it, doing one item in the corner with a bunch of extra items will do just fine. It will just take a little bit longer to actually sort all the items. So that's it for how to build this one wide sorting unit. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please consider like, commenting, and subscribing. And I'm going to try and build a couple of these in succession and turn it into a little sorting facility with carts, kind of like what you saw earlier, except now the sorting mechanism works a lot faster. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you subscribe, or if you're already subscribed, make sure you watch your news feed. I will see you guys all in the near future. Toodles!